Real estate photography training. Check out my most excellent brand new course. Now this is take 3 of this video because I couldn't say the words real estate photography training. It's quite a concern really because I think it's because I've been doing a little bit too much about it. So once I've done this video, that's it. I'm going to shut up about this and move on to something else. Anyway, this week on my photography blog, rickmcavoyphotography.com, I've been writing about my new course, which it got published a few weeks ago and it's just had a revamp which I have just completed literally an hour ago this morning. So delighted with that. I have structured the course better. The modules are better. The lessons are shorter, 5 to 6 minutes each. And I just got one thing to change that I made an absolute mess of. So what did I write about in my blog? Well, I just gave you some extracts from the different lessons. First lesson, what real estate photography is. Now, if you don't know anything about real estate photography, but you know it's something you want to get into, we need to start at the beginning with what real estate is and what real estate photography is and what a real estate photographer is. So I start at the very beginning. So if you don't know anything about this, but you want to get into it, you're in the right place with my course. And now the sun is reflecting off a window across the road, which is now blinding me, so this is going well, isn't it? Lesson 2, the business side of real estate photography. I go into this in quite a lot of detail. It's the business aspects, obviously, of this very good profession. It's a really good profession to get into. Next up, how to get started. It's great knowing all this stuff, but you need to start somewhere. We all need to start somewhere. And I wish I'd been told all of this back in the day. Lesson 4, the gear that you need. Well, I'll tell you what I use, which isn't a lot. And I'll tell you what you need to think about when you're getting the gear for yourself. But don't get all the gear under the sun. You don't need it. Travel light. You just need a camera, a lens, a tripod. That'll get you going, to be honest with you. The camera settings that work for real estate photography, or as I'd like to call it, as I've titled it, the camera settings that will work for you. Now, this is possibly the most difficult bit. It's the hardest bit to know. If you've never done this and you don't know this stuff, this one's tough. So what I've done is I've told you what I do and, more importantly, why I do it, and even more importantly, how I do it. So this is very bespoke, specific training in taking real estate photos. And this is the crux of it, really. Next lesson, how to prepare properly for a shoot. When you're taking photos for money, you've got to be professional and you've got to act like a professional. And you've got to think like one. It's a mindset change. So I tell you how to prepare professionally and properly. Next one, what is it like doing a shoot, or as I renamed it, doing the shoot, the fun bit? Yeah, if you get everything else sorted, like your camera settings, your gear, your preparation, the brief, everything, taking the photos is actually the fun bit, because that's the creative bit. The bit I really enjoy doing is taking the photos. I'm not sure why I'm shaking my arm there as I say it, but I am. Next up, how to edit the photos and look after your data properly. Again, it's not just editing the photos. You've got to make sure that your data's secure and backed up, and I tell you how to do all of that. Boring but very important stuff. And for the first time ever, I've recorded myself working in Lightroom and spoken over it. So that was incredibly enjoyable. And there will be lots more of that coming out, I can absolutely promise you. Really enjoyed doing that. And it's a really powerful way of demonstrating working in Lightroom. Okay, so photos. You got your photos done. What do you do with them? Well, one thing you need is a portfolio. And in that lesson, I will tell you how I created my portfolio and how you create your real estate photography portfolio. That's the thing that clients will see and decide if they're going to take you on or not. Decide if they're going to pay you to take photos for them. Again, very, very important. Marketing. How to be found and get work. If you want to make money as a real estate photographer, you need to get some work, don't you? So I tell you how you get work. including that horrible quantum leap thing that you have to do once, which is horrible for the first time, and after that it's fine. Lastly, how to stand out, my secret sauce. Now that is actually sprinkled throughout the course, and I'm not telling you what it is here. If you want to know, buy the course. It's very good. You can buy the course, go to rickmcavoyphotography.com/courses, and you get the link there to it. So what I want to tell you here in the last minute is this is based entirely on my own personal experiences. There's no fluff, there's no bull, there's no fancy graphics. It's just me talking you, telling you what you need to know, but not telling you things you don't need to know. So do the course. It's over 4.5 hours of video training about everything you need to know to become a real estate photographer, starting from nothing to earning money and also building a business. So check out the course, check out my website, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and more snobbery from me shortly. Cheers from me, Rick.